This is a ranked match with my Chaos Dwarfs versus lizardmen. This is the same melee army, my shock army as I call it. However, I took out the 2 units of hobgoblin archers and dropped one of the upgrades on my bull centaur Toruk in favor of adding a skullcracker. Those hobgoblin archers didn't really, seem to be doing that much. It was nice to have that ranged fire that I could focus on a big target, but I think the Skullcracker will definitely add more value. So I have my Hobgoblin Wolf Riders over there, my Bull Centaurs with the Toruk, the 3 Orc Laborers, the Sorcerer of Hashut, Magma Cannon, and Kadai Destroyer. That placement with the Magma Cannon is going to uh, definitely hurt me a little bit later with the Skullcracker right in front of it. And then we have the lizardmen. Obviously, a lot of lizards. A lot of skinks, definitely. Lots of red-crested skinks. There's a unit there. There's another unit over there. A couple Cold One riders in the back. The Dread Saurian, of course, and led by Gorok with a skink. I believe there's a skink priest of the heavens in there somewhere as well. But yeah, a lot of skinks. Here's a bunch more at the front as well. Uh, Not very many Saurus, really. There's a regiment of renowned Saurus. Saurus back there. Oh, yeah, there's the Skinky. With the Lore of the Heavens back there. Yep, yep. Alright. So my first shot with the Magma Cannon went off already and hit this pipe here. I see these skinks out front, so I'm like, you know what, that's probably a pretty good target for my Wolf Riders. Also, I was spying out his army, and he has, like, no range units, which I like to send my Wolf Riders, I like try and get them around the flank and pounce on a vulnerable range unit, but he didn't have any, so I'm like, whatever, I'll just charge those skinks. And they did quite well, look at that, taking out, like, half of this skink's health there. And then here we go with the Magma Cannon. Blocked by the Skullcracker. There we go, finally moving it. Because that's a nice, juicy target right there with those 2 skink cohorts right on top of each other. I mean, not nearly as valuable as hitting Saurus, but whatever, that's too juicy to pass up. Come on, Magma Cannon. There we go. Oh, I love that thing. Oh, look at that. Oh, routes them in one shot. Definitely got some good value from that Magma Cannon in this battle. And then I go a little greedy here, I think. I don't know if this was quite worth it. The Flames of Asgore. Definitely looks cool. Oh, wow! Decimated that Legion of Chakwa. Okay, so that was great. I got great value from between the spells and the Magma Cannon. These Wolf Riders are routed, but who cares? So he's already hurting quite bad. This is a very sluggish army, as we can see. He wants to preserve his vigor. He doesn't want to tire out his units. He's just marching across, but he's taking a ton of damage in the process. That Saurian closing in. I try and get that. You're kind of off there, buddy. You're supposed to charge those guys. I should have microed him better. Saurian coming in. I should have realigned these laborers, but I don't really care about them, they're just chaff. The thing is scary, though. Oh. Poor guys. So, Bull Centaur, of course, with the great weapons, have bonus versus large and are great against cavalry units like this. And with that Destroyer as well, yeah, they're out of there. So a lot of his units have been broken already. Now, I didn't really see many spells going off from his Skink Priest during this battle. I don't really know what he did with it. I know when I go Heavens, I go Comet of Cassandora and try and go with one big payoff Comet. But I guess even with this army I have, that might not have been that worth it. I think he's putting down a Lightning Bolt here. Yeah, it didn't really do much. So now we have the Showdown, Kadai Destroyer, Dread Saurian. Dread Saurian has a lot more health, but I think the Destroyer packs a bit more of a punch. Probably not enough to win one-on-one. Oh, magma cannon hit it on accident. It was supposed to be aiming at those guys back there. But once again, these bull centaur are so strong. Any that get on top of that Saurian are probably going to add so much damage to it. Look, it's taking so much damage already. Another accidental hit from the magma cannon. What a mess. So yeah, the Dread Saurian has way more health. But I guess just with the bull centaur attacking it, it's just going down so fast. What's going on elsewhere? And these hobgoblins just kind of rally a couple times, and I just try and send them against units where I can. The Skullcracker tore up these Saurus. That was all Skullcracker that did that. And then I'm sending it in here to help here, because this is a mess. Even though we're dealing with that Dread Saurian well, Gorok is in here being a problem. He's very, very strong. He does a lot of damage in this battle. So I'm sending some assistance in here with the Skullcracker. Another lightning bolt comes down. Don't think it really did much for him. These poor skinks don't stand much of a chance. And the Dread Saurian routes. And my Kadai Destroyer has a lot of health left still. I think that's a big factor in this game. I just love those Bull Centaurs. I also put a Curse of Hashut on the Saurian to drain its health. So with the Kadai, the Centaurs, and the Curse on it, it just went down so fast. And I still have, my leaders still have full health. My Destroyers still got a lot of health. My Bull Centaur Toruk still has a lot of health. Gorok is going to see to that shortly, that's for sure. But in the meantime, he's trying to put as much damage on Gorok as he can. I really like that Bull Centaur Toruk, but Gorok slaps him around pretty good. Dread Saurian's coming back, but I don't think he's going to last that long. Unit of Bull Centaurs routed by these Saurus with spears. You know, Saurus are pretty tough, and they got spears for the anti-large, so that's a pretty good matchup for them, I think. See now, that Torok taking a lot of damage. I don't know. I don't quite know why the Kadai ended up all the way over here. It's helping finish off whatever units are here. This just was like such a mess in the middle of the map. My Sorcerer takes a lot of damage from Gorok right here. I gotta pull him out real quick. I sent him into the fight just to try and help tip the scales in my favor a little bit. So, but he started taking damage quick, so I got him out of there. Now Gorok is pretty well neutralized. I just have so much heavy hitting stuff here with the whole Bull Centaur thing, the 2 units with the great weapons and the Toruk. I think they dealt so much damage in this battle. Oh, that was a good hit from the Saurian. Oh, another one. Whew. Come on, Destroyer, dude. Doesn't show on the health, though. I think he's just getting slowly smacked down by those Bull Centaur around him. Oh, nice hit. There we go, there we go. Giving it right back to him. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh! Spitting fire at him. And that's it. Oh! That's it! Toppled. That's gonna be the end of this. Oh. This, the Kadai Destroyer, is just a menace. The Dread Saurian has way more health in it, but this thing packs a punch. My Toruk's almost dead, but so is Gorok. He tries to run Gorok away here. He tries to save him, but there's not really anywhere for him to go. The Toruk's just going to chase right after him. That's what I like to do with this guy, is just sick him after enemy characters. And this red-crested skink, Regiment of Renown, the cohort of Sotek, they're great. They just stuck around forever. They're unbreakable. Look, the battle's over. I got to the point where I just have too much strength on the field, and the enemy army just routs. But this cohort of Sotek was a nuisance sticking around this long. Sorcerer healed back up. I forget what he has that heals him, honestly. It's just like a gradual heal over time. These Bull Centaur were almost depleted, but they still took out an injured unit of Cold Ones, and now they're wreaking havoc among some skinks. So this one, yeah, I did so much damage early on with the Magma Cannon and the spells. This was a very sluggish army. Not a good army to take against Chaos Dwarfs, I don't think. If I had even more range power, I could have, could have been even worse potentially. But the real kicker was having, I just think, all those Bill Centaurs combined with the Kadai Destroyer is just too much power in the melee. Just ended up tipping the scales in my favor.